Hi guys, and welcome to Tikara Presents. If it is your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today we are going to get into this Cajun Shrimp Boil. I had to share this recipe because it is absolutely delicious. It's not your typical boil, being that I made it in the oven. Oh my gosh, but it came out delicious. It has green peppers, red peppers in there. There's shrimp, there's potatoes, corn, sausage. It's delicious. If you want to see how we make this, just stick around. Alright, so here are the ingredients you're going to need. We have a few cloves of garlic. You can use the pre-cut up garlic if you like in the jar. I just prefer the taste of the fresh garlic as opposed to the one in a container. You have roasted garlic chicken sausage. For this recipe, you can use andouille sausage. Most seafood recipes require you to have andouille sausage, but today we're going to use the roasted garlic chicken sausage. We have a couple ears of corn, Tony's Creole seasoning, shrimp. This is 2 pounds. We're going to use like 1.5 pounds. That's why there's a little left in the bag. Some dehydrated or minced onion, and a little roasted garlic and herb seasoning. Okay, so here we have our sausage. You want to get your sausage nice and cut up. You want them uniform sized. You don't want them too small. You want to have a nice chunky bite of sausage to be able to have inside of your boil. You're going to cook the sausage off first. So you're going to set them aside in the pan, let them fry up, and then you're going to get everything else going. So here we have our shrimp cleaned and deveined, and it actually still has the shells on. I typically like to have a seafood boil or shrimp boil with the shells because you just get to suck that juice out of that flavor and everything out of that shell, and it's delicious. And it kind of makes it more fun to eat as well. If you don't like the shells, you can absolutely take them off. I will tell you, my boyfriend cannot stand these shells. It was not too happy that I left them on for this particular recipe, but agreed that it did come out delicious. So then you're going to just go ahead and mix up your, did I mention I had the bell peppers in there? So I have bell peppers in there, green, red, and yellow sliced up, and also your shrimp. So we're going to get that seasoned up. You throw all your seasonings in there, and then you also have your corn, which should be boiling off to the side, and your potatoes. Now, typically you should be using red potatoes. Seafood and red potatoes go together like white on rice. But for this recipe, for this time, I didn't have the red potatoes, so I used russet. Still came out pretty good, but the russet potatoes have a thicker skin that's not as easy to eat as the red skin potato. So just go ahead and get that all in there, mix it up, add your butter, about a couple of tablespoons of butter. You know, again, the measurements are going to be not as precise as maybe other recipes, but you kind of eyeball it. You want to make sure that you get enough flavor in there, you get everything nice and coated, and then we're going to cover it with foil and put it in the oven. Okay, so you should have your oven already preheated at 375, and halfway through, set it for about, I'd say about 30 minutes. The reason I say 30 minutes when typically it should probably take about 20, 25, maybe even less, depending on how much you put in your pan. Um, the reason I say this recipe took way too long is because I used too much shrimp. If I would have had a bigger pan, maybe it wouldn't have taken so long. But this cooked for about 35 minutes and the shrimp were cooked perfectly. So just keep that in mind when you are making this. I cover it again and then just sit it back in the oven for the next half of the cooking time. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it is all the way done. Look, the shells pretty much cooked themselves off of the shrimp. The shrimp came out perfectly. The sausage is nice in there. The corn has a nice bite to it. The potatoes are perfect. The red and green peppers still have a little bit of crunch to them. It is absolutely, absolutely delicious. When you serve this, make sure you take some of that delicious, delicious garlic butter sauce and pour it all over your corn, all over your shrimp. It's delicious. I promise you are going to enjoy it. If you do try this recipe, come back, leave me a comment, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I will see you all again next time.